I committed my life to Christ one evening and told him I was willing to do whatever he wanted me to do, go anywhere he wanted me to go and do that. And I meant that. And I meant it with every fiber of my body. But it does seem like, though, as time went along, that God just said, I really want to see if I can trust this guy. And after that night, a few weeks later, Elizabeth and I were reading Isaiah 6:8 one morning, where God said, who shall I send? Who will go for me? And we said, Lord, here we are, send us. And we left the furniture business and we joined the staff of Crusade. We went to California and applied for staff, and I met Bill Bright, and he interviewed us, and he made me feel like Campus Crusade for Christ could not survive if I didn't hurry up and get back out there. And so we went back to Alabama, sold our house, left the business, raised our support, and 6 weeks later we were back in California. It couldn't have made a bigger mess of things than we made of it, but it took my family a few years to get over it. But we were back, and we arrived at our headquarters, and I just knew that there would be a brass band probably out there in front to welcome us. And we drove up. Nobody knew who we were. All the people that we had met before were on the road, and I've never been so disappointed in all my life. And we didn't have a place to live. I didn't have a job. They put us in the hotel, and all four of us, we left a house that had 4,000 square feet and put four of us in one hotel room with our two dogs as well. And I didn't have anything to do. And you know, nowadays I would love to have that experience, but they said, well, just enjoy swimming and lounging around the pool. Well, I had not done that, and that wasn't my lifestyle. And so they finally realized that I was going to go crazy if they didn't get something for me to do, so they had me drive my car, taking people back and forth to the Los Angeles airport. And I had at least one trip a day. You know, every trip I was usually alone. And I can remember one night driving back, and I said, God, you've got this thing all mixed up. I said, I could have stayed in Birmingham and bought an automobile, hired a chauffeur, and sent him out here to do the same job I'm doing. And I could have stayed in Birmingham, made money, and talked about Jesus. Well, I just broke out and started crying and what have you in the car. I was thankful I was by myself. And so once again, I said, God, forgive me. I'm willing to drive this car the rest of my life if that's what you want me to do. But I want to be in the center of your will for my life. The next day we went to church, came out of church, saw Bill and Vonette Bright. Bill had just come back in the night before. They invited us out to lunch, and by the time lunch was over, I was Bill's personal assistant and traveled with him for the next 18 months and had the most phenomenal experience that you can possibly imagine.